Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here. It's Friday, everybody. It's Friday. And you know what that means? Not a goddamn thing. Okay, how about that? I hope everybody is doing fantastic, magnificent, and marvelous because I am. I decided to get on up, around the normal times that I usually get up. And I did sleep very well last night. So that adjustment to my back paid off because I at least got 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and that's very important to me. At least to get at least 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night, or rest. Sometimes I'm not necessarily asleep, but I'm resting, and that's just as important to me. I know everyone around the world is having problems sleeping. A lot of people use a lot of aids and this and that and the other to help themselves get a good night's sleep. But I think for the rest of our lives and beyond, because of the state of our planet, we're all going to have some type of disturbance in our sleep. Because, why? Because there's a disturbance in the planet. The planet is attempting to wake us up, snap us out of our trance, snap us out of our autopilot, and how we proceed through life like, everything is business as usual. And that's not the case at all. But anyway, I want to get on up, as I said, and get my day going. Uh, I do have a few errands to run. I need to be out and about handling my business. Okay. I feel like my voice I sound a little weird with my voice, but hey, that's what it is. Um, in most cases, it clears itself up throughout the day. I've been congested for a couple of weeks, since traveling to the West Coast and getting adjusted to the environment, the dryness over here versus the humidity from where I came. So, and I'm adjusting very well. I'm quite surprised. So that's why it's so important to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself as early as possible, especially when you know certain things are important, such as getting rest, you know, doing a moderate amount of exercise, do some adjustment in your eating habits, you know, without going extreme. Some people are going extreme with a lot of challenges out there that's on the social media platform, and then they end up getting hurt. And then it's like, well, what was the purpose of that? It was supposed to be a health challenge, and you not, torn your arm out, or broke a bone in your back, or something of that effect. A lot of people are getting hurt, and a lot of people are dying too because of these challenges. I still do not understand the lure of the most extreme stuff, like eating stuff. Why would you want to eat something that's extremely spicy and this and that and the other? But hey, to each his own. And the thing is as long as you're an adult, you have free will. So as an adult, you have free will. That means you have what? Consequences, cause and effect. So you have to weigh those. You always have to weigh that type of decision making before you do anything. Okay. Again, it doesn't matter who is talking, whether it's a president, oh, I'm sorry, I think I dozed off. Sorry about that. Whether it's a president, any political figure, celebrities, influencers, your parents, your neighbors, you still as an adult are responsible for your actions and your behaviors based on your perception and your reality. So yes, we can blame our parents all we want. We can blame our siblings, the neighborhood, the environment, the circumstances. But at the same time, you have the free will, and you have to accept the fact and know how much power that is. I know throughout our years growing up in this, in this millennia, or in this space and time, we all have been told what to do, told how to act, told what to say, told what to do, And we have people that are supposed to represent us, and this and that and the other. The only people that represent me in the beginning were my parents. Okay, my parents are the ones that represented me in the beginning, because that's how I modeled certain things. That's how I modeled love, is through my parents. Okay, so, and in my environment, especially the culture prepared me, developed me to be who I am today. I have no regrets about that. I know that I'm a continual, developing, functioning human being. I know that. I know that it is not over until it's over. And then what? Okay, and that's billions and billions and billions of years in the future. So we're going to be constantly developing and constantly evolving. Thus, the name of my podcast for this is my new podcast. This is my third episode. It's called The Evolution of the Consciousness. Love is Spoken Here by Michelle Carruthers. That's what it is. And I, like millions of other people, are sharing our opinions and our theories, and allowing people to come into our world, come into our lives, and understand what my theories and opinions are. And I also give out information. I told you I'm a highly, highly sensory type of a human being, so I can pick up certain energies of things. We all can, but it's all based on how you develop yourself. So if you have not discovered who you are, what you are, and why you are, and know that you are bigger than you will ever know, but you know better than your next door neighbor or even your enemy, there's a lot of things we don't know. Unfortunately, a lot of people have missed the mark, missed the threshold of the evolution of their consciousness, and they will not recover. And I also said that those type of people will not know that, because your consciousness protects you until these final hours when you are faced, as they say, with the reckoning, with the revelation, or whatever that is. You're going to see, feel, sense, receive, the realities of what you may have allowed to deteriorate into a point of severe impairment, where you just cannot and you will not be able to consciously function as a genuine, fully developing human being. I'm saying a lot in that, but it has a lot of meanings. I attempt to help as many people along the way, because that's my duty and responsibility. Number one, I am part of a voluntary. I do this out of love. Number one. Number one is about love, universal love. It's about helping those in areas where we all need help somewhere. I learn stuff from people just as I want others to learn from me. I provide information just like I want others to provide information to me. This is a moving revolution that's happening to me as I see it. I see it as a renaissance of the utmost, meaning that I think a lot of people are snapping out of their delusions, snapping out of their trances, and snapping out of their indoctrinations and their autopilot, and realizing, wait a second, this is my life. I'm responsible for my happiness. I control my narrative. Now, say anything you want about me behind the scenes, all you want. Make the assumptions and entertain yourself that way. But at least I know, and millions of other people are figuring it out. I can get a podcast and talk until the cows come home, and leave and come back and go back out again. In other words, this is my life. I'm responsible for it. At the end of these days, when it's time for me to die or pass on or transition, whatever the terminology is used, it's going to be just me. myself and I. Okay, the media won't be there, thankfully. Well, politicians won't be there. You know, so there's just a lot of, and then you can still have fun with it. You don't have to be so uptight about yourself. You have nothing to prove to anybody. People are gonna call you crazy today, want to hang out with you tomorrow. It's gonna be one of those kind of fluctuations in your life. But you are still, like I said, responsible for your behavior and your actions, and you are responsible for developing. You have to be developing. Developing means what? Gathering knowledge, understanding the power and the might of your thoughts, participating as much as possible in your daily activities in a no thought meditation, or being so focused on whatever activity you are performing. You become more aware when you can concentrate. That means you can hear what's going on, you can see what's going on, you can sense and receive and feel what's going on while you are holding a mic, looking in a cell phone. I'm doing all that simultaneously. I am advanced in meditation, where every activity to the best of my ability is a meditation. So I am constantly looking around. I'm making sure I'm grounded in reality. I make sure I'm not delusional. I make sure I hear what I hear, see what I see, feel, sense, and receive to the best of my ability. I hear vehicles outside. Okay. There's a light on in here. Okay. The temperature is comfortable. Okay, and I'm going to work on that, because sometimes it gets a little stifling of air in here. It's not circulating properly, and that's because I've sealed off a lot of areas where there was a draft in here, so that I can, prepare myself to, like I said, to minimize the noise outside, to minimize, the critters that are coming in from here or there or everywhere. So there's always something to be concerned about and be responsible for. But at the same time, you are, like I said, you're responsible. You are responsible for what you say or do. Okay? You do have the right to have your own theories and opinions, but you don't have the right, and you just think about it, it's logical. You don't go out and defame people purposefully, and spreading stuff about people that you really don't even know these people, and intentionally, consciously apparently inflicting harm on people. That stuff will come back always. It's because it's a boomerang. It's cause and effect. Okay, a lot of people don't want to deal with the cause and effect. A lot of people don't want to deal with the consequences, and they always want to blame somebody for something. They always want to say, well, it's because of these black people, or no, it's because of these women over there. No, it's those trans people. What is the issue with someone wearing women's clothing? And then also we have these straight feminine males out there who, it's like they're battling for the position to, take on all this feminine, this feminine energy, or feminine, because they think women have such an advantage in this society, which is a bunch of bullshit. Okay, you have these feminine straight males out there that usually operate in the incel communities and the gaming communities that hate women to the utmost, but to sit them down and talk to them logically about, okay, where is this hatred coming from? In most cases, it's because they're being rejected by women. The women don't want to go out with them. Okay, the women have told them, you stink, you need to go get your hair cut, you make my skin crawl. They're not listening to the feedback as to why women will not date them. They rather just think because they're a man that women are supposed to, be an option for them, and that women are not supposed to refuse that. Women are not supposed to turn down an advance from a man. A man is supposed to do this and a man is supposed to do that, which is a bunch of bullshit. All right, and I hope to snap people out of these myths about how they're treating women. Okay, I support women 100%. Do I agree with some of their behaviors and actions? Absolutely not. That's illogical. Okay, but does that mean that women deserve to have certain treatments and discrimination and terrorized by these feminine straight males that do not want to get their hands dirty? All they want to do is, you know, be on the sidelines and being cheerleaders and not wanting to get out there and dig a ditch if necessary, fix the lighting in the house, or fix the plumbing, or do something, mow the lawn, do this or that or the other. Get out of these AC buildings, where you're typing on the computer all day and you think, okay, give me a break. There's a lot of stuff that requires strength, physical strength. Okay, and that's in the form of a man, isn't it? A biological man. Am I right? I don't know. Figure it out. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not going to sit back and say that yes, women don't have issues. Yes, women have issues. That's BS to even consider that. But a lot of males are not wanting to accept their issues. They always saying it's the woman, what she's wearing, what she's talking about. And men always want to infringe on women when women are congregating together and attempting to resolve our issues. You always want to have these men come in there, these feminine straight males coming in there trying to figure out, okay, what are they talking about? So that they can figure out how to be more feminine. I don't know what that's all about. But women are not allowed to be left alone. That's the issue. You always have these intellectual talking head, that think because they have some muscles here, some implanted muscles here, some implanted muscles in their, in their private parts and their, in their penises and this and that and the other, that means what? Not a goddamn thing. Any more than women putting on breasts, and having this surgery to, to take the fat out of their stomach or whatever the hell they're doing and get a bigger ass. Who knows? Okay, who knows? I am accepting of everyone in their journey to discover who they are, why they are. But a lot of people are not necessarily discovering who they are. They're worried about who everybody else is. They want to be in everybody else's bedroom. They want to know how everybody else is having sex because they're not having sex. Nobody wants to fuck them. And I'm going to say a lot of things that may offend people, but hey, sometimes that's what you got to do to snap people out of their trance, snap them out of their delusion. A lot of men, more specifically than women, a lot of men are pissed off because no woman wants to fuck them. Okay, and so they feel as though they all women are supposed to want to fuck them. I don't know what that delusion is, but if they take a look in the mirror and ask themselves, who would fuck you when you get teeth, or you haven't been to a dentist in years, you don't get your hair cut and washed, you don't shower, your hygiene is, you can smell you from miles away, this and that and the other. Your house is a mess. You don't wash your own dishes. Okay, you don't clean your house or clean your apartment or even clean your goddamn room. So this is a strong episode, but hey, again, like I said, everything I'm talking about is free will, and millions of people are talking. If you don't like it, just swipe and move on to other content. Don't sit around being concerned about what I'm saying if it doesn't resonate with you, if you don't agree with it. I'm going to be okay, and you are going to be okay too if you recognize the power you have and how 99.99% of the problems are with you. It's with inside the individual. No one else outside of you is causing issues in your life except yourself. So the sooner you accept it, the better off you'll be. Like I said, for a lot of people, their time is out. Their time has run out. Okay, their consciousness had not developed properly. They haven't elevated their vibrational energy. They have no idea who they are. They have no idea how they are. And they don't have no idea why they are. They're just operating as business as usual. And that's what's going to bury them. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. My nose, my sinuses are kind of all over the place. I can feel stuff going on. Thankfully, this is just an audio that I'm going to put out, even though I am videoing myself as I am recording my audio. I just have my video for backup for now, and I'll determine how, just in case something happens. Like I said, I had a glitch the other day, and some of it was saved via video, but I decided to re-record and say something else, and make sure I get my message out clear and effective. Make sure you understand that this is about love. Everything I'm doing is about love of myself. I have self-love. I have universal love for everyone. I accept everyone. I protect everyone. But at the same time, I know my boundaries with people, because it's always ultimately my responsibility for my safety and my protection, and I do that for people I love as well. Sometimes I say things because I love someone and I don't want them to be involved in my bullshit. So I kind of deflect them away from stuff that I need to be handling and be held accountable for. I don't want no one targeting somebody I love, which people will, or making assumptions about things when they haven't heard it from my mouth, and ask me the questions to say, okay, Michelle, why did you say that? Or why are you doing this or that? Go to the horse's mouth. If you want to know, stop going to the media. Go to the media and tell the media to do proper in-depth investigation about certain topics and do what they can to repair the damage they've caused to all these communities, especially black community, with their propaganda to separate and get the black man out of the house and disrupt the family structure, breaking up the families in black cultures. And like I said, it was done with the help of political figures as well, and religious people as well. Okay, I told you about the religious people in their suit and ties coming through and stealing land from my family and land from other families in black culture and in black communities. So there's documentation to support all of this that I'm saying. A lot of it is being uncovered, okay, thanks to AI. And like I said, AI is neutral, so AI is going to do a lot of uncovering and making a lot of people so uncomfortable with it, they may just take out a pistol and blow their brains out, or take out a gun or whatever they want to use, because it's a lot of people cannot handle their bullshit. They were projecting and getting away with it for so long. Now it's like I said, the pendulum is swinging back, the boomerang is returning, and a lot of people cannot handle the behaviors and actions of what they've done and what they've caused, because they didn't take the time to resolve it. They thought they can brush it, sweep it under the rug and nobody would know. AI is going to uncover it. So these Hollywood executives, sitting up on the hills thinking you're safe and secure, you have a rude awakening. So if I were you Hollywood executives, I would resolve this strike. I really would, and do things as fairly as whatever that means to you guys. When you say you want to be treated fairly, whatever that means, okay, make sure you use the union, because the union, sometimes you have to know the history of your union. Okay, what have they done for me lately? You have to understand that sometimes there's always a back door for every organization where somebody can come in and infiltrate, come in and give somebody a bag of money, come in and give someone some material objects, to where they would be biased, and and they're not operating for your best interest. So that's your responsibility when you are part of a union as well. Know if they're supporting you or not. Yeah, look at my sinuses are all over the place here. So thankfully, like I said, this is an audio, otherwise, But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for this Friday, September the 15th, 2023. The evolution of the consciousness. Love is spoken here by Michelle Carruthers. And I want to send peace and love to everyone over the stars, over the moon, and the mountains. Thanks for listening today. And I'm going to go ahead and sign out for now, but trust me, I'll be back.